Hi everyone. This is Jimin, and welcome to my channel, blueinfo. It's been a while since I last created a video. My schedule was quite busy due to university commitments. As I mentioned in my previous video, today's topic is about the world's third biggest serial killer. This individual tragically took the lives of 100 innocent children, dismembering them. I want to take you to Pakistan, a country we haven't explored on our channel before, to discuss this case. However, before delving into this sensitive topic, I want to issue a warning. This video contains graphic content involving violence and bloodshed. If you're not comfortable or mature enough to handle it, I strongly advise you to exit this video now. Furthermore, if you're still interested in watching, I recommend saving this video, as it may be reported and taken down due to its sensitive nature. This video is based on my research. So, if I miss something, tell me in the comments. So let's start it. December 27, 1999, Pakistan, Lahore. A letter, a diary, and a package were sent to Lahore Main Police District, where a person by the name of Javed Iqbal mentioned his confession that he killed 100 children. And the diary that he sent is full of his murderer details. When the police read it and also knew his face, they wouldn't believe it at first because his face looked like that of an innocent person. Can you imagine how serious it is to claim to kill 100 children and they denied it just by looking at his looks? When the police don't believe him, he sends the same letter to a newspaper company by the name of Young. On December 31, 1999, he sent the letter to them to confess his psychosis. He wrote the date, number of children, their name, and their date. This was a person named Javed Iqbal. He was a middle-aged person and looked like an innocent person. Whenever he walked around, he had a normal and innocent smile. No one can imagine, by looking at his face, that he can murder those children. He was alone and also gave divorce to his wife, which I'm going to tell you about in a moment because that story is linked to this case. So, he was alone and spent most of his time alone, walking around near and there where he saw many young kids and orphan kids, but he always cared to look around and target those boys who belonged nowhere. He doesn't want to kidnap those children who have their family members behind them looking for them. So, he always targeted orphan children, and their age was around 6 to 16. If we talk about the mentality of these children, they can easily be trapped by something. So he walks around and kidnaps those children and brings them to his house. He fed them, gave them shelter, let them watch his TV, and gave them comfortable clothes. The reason he made them feel comfortable was because he was sexually attracted to children. When Javed Iqbal made them satisfied, they accepted him. He starts to abuse those children sexually, and those children who don't know the meaning of S can't say anything to him. It wasn't a time for him to kill those innocents. The way he traps those children is that Javed Iqbal offers them to work for him. Those children think that it's okay, it's just an offer. So, they went with Javed Iqbal, and they don't know that they are going to be harassed. Even Islam strictly forbids homosexuality. He doesn't care about anything. He just wants to rape those children. So from this point, you can imagine how long this process was and how terrible things happened to those children. Maybe a teenager innocent knows about what happened to him, but a 6-year-old boy doesn't. The process of targeting one victim took a day, a week, or sometimes a month. So you can imagine how much patience he has. He waited for the golden chance and took him to his house. He is scared of nothing. I mean, at this point, I can say, from no one. He doesn't give a damn. The process of killing the children is more terrifying. He took the children to his own room, where there was a bed and a TV in front of the bed. Javed Iqbal let them watch the TV, and when he distracted them, Javed Iqbal picked up a rope and tied his neck. The children can't defend themselves because there is a strength difference between a 40-year-old man and a teenager. And even if he screamed, it's useless because the room was too small. He not only killed those children but also kept records of them. The letter that he sent to the news company and to the police, he told them the location of their dead bodies. He also told them that if they want to know further, they can visit my home. He gave them the address as well. At first, the police denied this type of creepy letter, but later, When they went to his house, they found out that Javed Iqbal is not an ordinary person. He is a psycho. And the second thing is, he belongs to a very wealthy family. Javed Iqbal belongs to a rich family. Just because of his father. His father too hard for making money and to make their family financially stable. Javed Iqbal have 8 siblings and he was at number 6th. He was close to his family. Javed Iqbal's father business was too good until his health condition become worse. At the old age, it was a burden for him, so he wants to make his children financially stable. He sent Javed to a private school. After finishing his school, he went to a government Islamic college where he was an intermediate student. His father promised him that if he pass out the college, he will book 2 properties for him in Lahore so he can settle there. His father just wants to secure their children financially. And that thing happened. He built a home for himself from his first property, and from his second property, he converted it into business. He used it for steel recasting business. When he was at the age 20, he have everything. He finished his college, also had a business, fully independent. He also brought his dream car from his own money, which he make it from his business. So, it's a Pakistan, a Desi culture. Their family next step is to find a suitable girl for him to marry. His parents pressure him for marriage. In the first few years, Javed denied and ignored it. But, later at a point, his family lost his patience and fully pressure him to settle with a girl. His family forced him for arranged marriage, but he denied. At this point, Javed told them that he wants some time so he can find a woman for himself. He said that just to lock their mouth, and told them that if I unable to find a woman, so you can do it, but he also have no choice but to find a woman. Now pay attention. During those years his mentality was changed and his desire was developed for children psychologically. When he was doing his business, he met a child. He found that child at the Lahore street and offered him the same opportunity. The child was living with him. When his family started to force him for arranged marriage, he remembered that the boy who living with him, he had a sister also. So, he tried to know about her by visiting her and to give her some food. After some days and weeks, he decided to marry with that woman. The woman also accepted him because she had a chance to become settled in her life with a rich person. So, how could she say no to him? So she accepted. The reason of marry that woman is because of her brother. Javed was gay, so he don't wants to lose this boy, and even if his family find out about it, it will be very bad for Javed. So it was for the boy, and he want this person to be around. He become settled and also had a son. After few years, they get divorced because Javed intention was to keep her brother-in-law around. So he become alone again. He slowly becoming normal and went to Lahore streets and market again and start to kidnap children and doing stuff which I already mentioned before. It was his 30s age when he got married and divorced. And when he arrested, his age was 40. He start to kidnap those innocent from his 20s age, and at marriage age he focus on only his brother-in-law, and after divorce, it was 100 children. At the 20s the number of children was less. One day, one of Javed's family member knew about him. He didn't knew exactly, but they are curious that something going on in his house. He visit Javed Iqbal house surprise, and he was shocked by seeing that there are a lot of children live with him. His parents was shocked by knowing that. They don't want us to think negative way about him, but when they saw the innocent faces of those children, they realized that something wrong with these kids. When his family knew about his dirty habit, at first, they didn't believe. The news spread like a poison around people. The people decided to make group and make Javed to confess that he did this thing. So they make a group and stand in front of his house. They yell in front of his gate, but Javed didn't showed up. When they break the door, they didn't find Javed, but they saw something they don't believe. When they saw the innocent child faces, they realized that something isn't good with these kids. When they further investigated, they saw the marks and wounds of these children on their body. When they saw that, they frustrated and start to break things of Javed house. Coincidentally, one person of this group knew about Javed's family house and their own shop location. The group decided to go there and criticized. They even didn't wait for a minute and went straight to Javed's father's shop where they met his father and his brother. Well, both of them didn't do something wrong, but the crowd was too frustrated for those children. They beat their father and his brother badly. They couldn't walk properly. Some of the people dragged them to the police station, and there, police told to Javed's family that Javed is charged for rape those children. If you don't know, then let me tell you that one of Javed's family member knew about his dirty things, and he also told to his father, but his father didn't believe on him. Now, when police told them in detail, they believe now. Javed's father feel very sorry for, not for the victims but, for his son. The police can't even leave both of them because they thinking that what if they both tell to Javed to escape. When his mother knew about him, she feel disgust and sad. Her mother decided to cooperate with police. She decided to took one of the victim and head over to the police so Javed can show up to stop that kid from telling the truth. The kid told them each and everything to police. When Javed know about it, he feel angry on his mother. He thinking that how could his mother didn't took his side instead of police. He showed up, and even he also saw his mother in front of station and before starting violation. The police cuffed him. They took him in jail for 2 days, and after that, they presented him to judge. When the judge decided his punishment, he punished for only 6 months. Could you believe only 6 months? I mean, sexually assaulted those children, he only get 6 months punishment, which is totally injustice. When Javed was in jail, the whole situation affect the mental health of his father very badly. He was thinking that how could he done this thing, and how did he destroy our reputation? All this depression affect his health, and his father got a heart attack. His father condition is worse day by day. In that situation, his father choose to love his son and family. He proved that he loved his family and his name a lot. In 1992, Javed's father died. Ever since, his son went to jail, he suffered. After his death, Javed never contact with his family again. After his father dead, he get 3 million of his father. From this money, he can do anything he want. In that time, his evil behavior take off. From this money, he bought a house for himself, and still he had much money. He decided to start a new business, so he started a new video game market. His motive wasn't to make money but to continue to complete his sexual desires. Whenever children came and playing games, Javed tried to kidnap them again. The way he tried to kidnap that children was little bit tricky. He somewhere throw a note of money and wait for the children to take it. When the children took that money, Javed asked everyone else that who took his money. Javed one by one took children with him and punished them sexually. People also know about this, that's why they don't allow their children to go there. But what about those children who is harmless? He continued these things again. One day, Javed bring 2 kids, a 14 years child and 18 years old adult person, for oil therapy. Javed even didn't leave him and harassed them and kept them in his house. The little one didn't knew what happened with his, but the adult boy knew what's going on. They want to escape. In the midnight they went to his room and saw a rifle hanging on wall. They quietly took it and smashed Javed's head on his right side. They strike him 3 times and run away. They tell to the police about it, but Javed was in critical condition and there is no other way but to hospitalized. Javed was in coma in Jinnah hospital for few months, and during these months, his mother health becomes worse, and after few days she died. When Javed awake, he deeply regretted that he wasn't there for his mother in her last days. Just because of these 2 kids. After that, this mother decided to make cry 100 mothers for their children, just like his mother cried for him. After that he kidnapped 100 children, abused them, and after that, he killed them one by one. He put some bodies of these victims in drum and pour acid on it, which is dissolved after. He keep all their victim records with himself and keep their clothes and slippers also. When he completed his 100 murdered, he decided to hand over, because at this point, he don't need a reason to live in this world. As I told you in the beginning of the video that he sent a letter along with their victim's record. The police went to his house and searched everything. He also saw that drum in which all of the bodies decomposed. When they opened it, it smelled very badly. Can you imagine how the psychopath lived with the smell he gave himself? On December 31st, 1999 and told to the police that I have much money from which I can continue this to 500 shield earn. Even he don't feel any guilt for himself. If you are watching crime and action movies, then you also know that a psycho killer don't need any reason to kill someone. They just enjoy to see other in pain. When this thing goes publicly viral and all the family members visited Javed's house, and when they saw their children clothes, their pictures, and boots, they cried too hard. The judge announced a death sentence to him. He also decided that the court will hang him immediately and also cut his body into 100 pieces and put that pieces in that drum with his same formulaic acid. And then put these drum into streets so no one can did this type of crime again. When Javed went to jail, someone handed him along with his roommate and that's how Javed Iqbal died. When police investigated, they found out that the CCTV camera was off intestinally and during that time, someone killed both of them. No one know who did this. So that's it for today's videos. I feel unwell by making this video because when I start to research this topic, I feel little bit weird because I already made videos on crime videos but this one was more dangerous from Lamora Williams and Jeffrey Dahmer. Even I didn't explain some points in this video. So, that's it for today's video. Hope you like. Also thanks to you guys because I reached to 500 subscribers. Hopefully we make reach to 1000 this year if you support me. Take care of your loved ones and bye.